The Steam Deck is about 3 years old now, and I actually still recommend picking this up in 2026. Now I know you're probably saying, what do you mean it's still worth it in 2026 when there's things that are quadruple the power and you're still telling us to purchase a Steam Deck? Like, I truly love the gaming on the go, but after some time, I found myself craving more demanding, bigger titles. Something that the handhelds weren't able to accomplish at that time. Fast forward a few years later, and we have the Steam Deck, specifically the OLED model at $550. The Steam Deck OLED is one of the best and most affordable handhelds on the market right now, offering great power, excellent battery life, what I honestly think is the best overall value at this price point. Whether you've been a gamer for years or you're just starting out, you can easily build a Steam library at an affordable price. Thanks to all the frequent sales Valve keeps having, which is honestly incredible. I keep adding games to the Steam Deck, and I'll be honest with you guys, I have a crazy big backlog that I need to get to. But let's say you already built that library because you're a PC gamer and you got yourself a Steam Deck. Well, it seamlessly transitions over to the Steam Deck, letting you play almost all the titles, which is honestly amazing. You can't beat convenience. You really cannot beat convenience. Reliability, it's just something you can't beat. Now, I'm not gonna make the Steam Deck seem like the best handheld in the world, but I do believe it outperforms the other handhelds in very specific ways, especially ergonomics. I've actually tried almost all of the popular handhelds on the market at CES, at Best Buy. You guys could actually go and feel them for yourselves and see if you actually like the ergonomics, because a handheld is all about the ergonomics, and if you don't like how it feels, you're gonna have a terrible time. But the Steam Deck has the best ergonomics I've ever tried on a handheld, and it's literally a dream come true. One of my favorite handhelds ever was the PS Vita, and ever since then I never got that experience back of just gaming anywhere with a handheld until the Steam Deck. And not only is it a little bigger, but it's still light, and the grips, it makes the entire process a whole lot better to play games on the go. Man, you know, it's just truly great. The joysticks are smooth, the buttons are clicky, and the grips just feel great. They're a little beefy, but they feel great in the hand. I think it feels like a handheld. Like when you say what is a handheld, this picture of the Steam Deck is what I first imagined, because I think it's the perfect ergonomics ever done on a handheld. Like, every company needs to take notes on what Valve did here. Also, the device is super light for its size. I have a case on it and it's still light. If you take the case off, it's gonna be even lighter. Now, battery life is another strong point that I wanna touch on. You're looking at more than 2 hours, depending on the title you're playing, of course. Some people get less and some people get more, but I think it hits a perfect sweet spot when it comes to handheld gaming. And we can't forget about that beautiful OLED screen. Oh my God, once you play on an OLED screen, you will not go back. You truly would not. On the Steam Deck, it is vibrant, it is sharp, it gets you very immersed in a game, specifically like Resident Evil 4, which I'm very excited for the RE9. The blacks truly pop and it pulls you into the experience. I've said this multiple times on my channel. Honestly, if you're gonna buy a Steam Deck, please go for the OLED. You are going to thank me later. Yes, it's a little bit extra cash, but the screen is beautiful. Now, the biggest thing is power. Power is where some people might disagree, calling the Steam Deck the best handheld in the world. I'm guilty of this, but I still do believe it's the best. While it's not the most powerful on paper, it's more than capable of playing most games at lower to medium settings. Thanks to the upscaling, performance tweaks, and community plugins, you could squeeze out extra FPS to have a better experience when you're gaming. Valve has also optimized and updated many AAA titles, and they still do, so you can run gear games great on the deck. So that being said, I won't pretend it's the most powerful in the world, but the way the Steam Deck packages it all together makes it a great buy in 2026. Now, times are tough. Not everyone's gonna want to spend $1,000 on a handheld. It still feels crazy to me that the handhelds are even that expensive when you can kind of build a computer. But I know people want their powerful handhelds for on the go. At $550, the Steam Deck OLED offers a really incredible experience. It's kind of hard to beat. You can take it anywhere, play almost any game, and we haven't even talked about emulation capabilities, which this thing crushes. You're open to a whole generation that you probably have never gotten to experience. Yes, this thing may not play all PS3 titles and PS Vita titles very well, but you're able to play a few newer titles from other consoles pretty well on the Steam Deck. If you know, you know. And that's really where the Steam Deck shines. It's not just a device for today's games, but a system that respects gaming history, in my opinion. All the way from 1970s to now, you're able to do it all on the Steam Deck, which is kind of nuts. All the way from Tetris to Cyberpunk 2077, you're able to do it all on the Steam Deck. Yes, as I said, you know, settings and whatnot, but you're able to do it, which is nuts. I remember when I was a kid, just being in my car, driving, playing my PS Vita, wishing I can play Resident Evil 4 on the go, wishing I could play GTA 5 on the go. Literally the two games I wish I could have played on the go. And now it's easier than ever to play it on the go thanks to the Steam Deck and other handhelds as well. That is still nuts to me. If my smaller self had this that time, it would be freaking out. So I just can't believe I lived to even see this. So this is pretty cool. Amazing, like dream come true. It's like seeing the Resident Evil 4 remake for me was a dream come true, because me and my dad played that when I was a kid, like 7 or 8 years old or something. So that right there was pretty cool. So it's crazy to see it on this and to even play that on this. Nuts how far we've come, man. Nuts. I genuinely think you're getting a great deal, and honestly I would recommend this to anyone. New gamers, long-time gamers, or even people who just want one device that does it all right here, right now. So 3 years later in 2026, do I still recommend the Steam Deck OLED? And the answer is absolutely. I 100% recommend the Steam Deck OLED in 2026. 3 years later, the Steam Deck still holds its ground in 2026, and it doesn't need to be the newest and flashiest. And it's still the best because it gets the fundamentals right. Listen back to that part. It gets the fundamentals right. Ergonomics, ease of use, the Steam OS, the library, the performance, the lightness, the battery life. I will say this right here, right now. I still believe the Steam Deck OLED is the best handheld you can buy, and I think I have every right to say that. As you guys heard in the video, those are the reasons why I still believe it's the best. But that is just my opinion. Let me know what's your opinion down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Did you pick up a Steam Deck yet? Are you planning to? Let me know down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out this one. I think you're gonna like it. But I will catch you guys in the next video.